And welcome back. I'm Mabel Jong, and you're watching Day 1 coverage of the World Healthcare Congress. And in the studio, we have Marc Barclay, who is Vice President, Provider Networks at BlueCross BlueShield of Tennessee. Welcome, Marc.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Well, give me a little bit about your background in healthcare.
Well, like most people growing up in Tennessee, which a lot of people know as the music city capital of the world, but it's also the healthcare capital, I think, of the nation, with a lot of the major hospital systems based there. So at one time I worked for Hospital Corporation of America, where I actually met my wife.
Okay.
And then I decided to go to the dark side and work for the insurance payers.
Well, it gives you good perspective.
Absolutely.
On how things work.
Absolutely.
And what has the provider reimbursement seen? How has that changed in the time that you've been in healthcare?
That's a great question. I've been doing this for 25 years. In the 90s, it was a lot simpler. In the 90s, the payment reimbursements were either a per diem or a case rate, and everything else was paid on a discount of charges. In fact, our contracts were no more than 3 or 4 pages long. Nowadays, with the DRGs and the case rates and the episodic payments, our contracts are 60 to 70 pages long.
Wow.
I feel for the providers because I know a lot of the insurance companies' methodologies are different, so it's a challenge for the doctors and the hospitals to actually keep up with everything.
Okay.
So a big swing in reimbursement.
Well, there has been some discussion about the benefits of narrow provider networks. I mean, how would they work in Tennessee, or how do they work?
Well, so that's another great question, because I probably spend half my time focusing on our networks. So in Tennessee, we have approximately 3 commercial networks. We have our large network, our smaller network, and then our really small network. And our experience is that a network is not one size fits all. And so we actually customize our networks to meet the needs of our members. And so with the smallest network, we're able to drive lower prices. So the same quality health care, but at a lower premium. And we're under, like most health plans, under scrutiny by CMS and some other organizations, because our networks are a lot smaller. And so I know there's some new regulations coming out pretty soon, and so we spend a lot of time focusing on network access and adequacy.
Okay. And do you see that the payer and provider relationship will change as we get more clear on how those networks will work?
Absolutely. In fact, one of the things I'll be speaking about later on today is our payment innovation and our collaboration with our providers. So in the past, it's always been a fee for service. I want to pay less to a provider, they want to make more, and now that's kind of shifted into, look, let's come up with a number that works for us, and then let's base extra incentives on quality of care. And so I think that's the future, definitely, of the payer and provider relationship, is more quality incentive payments, more collaboration, and actually with the healthcare costs going up like they are, we have to work better together going forward.
Okay. Marc, you have such a busy schedule all year round. Why do you make time for the World Healthcare Congress?
Well, this is a great organization. I know they've been asking me to speak for several years, and always seemed like I was in the middle of a big termination or negotiation. But I love all the vendors that are here. I love the fact that there are companies that represent all facets of healthcare. So you have your insurance companies, you have your health systems here, and your vendors. So to me, I've enjoyed this morning just walking around and connecting with people I know of, and there's a lot of interesting vendors that are selling some pretty interesting services. So like for me, healthcare is a changing process, and I believe if you don't stay current, that you're gonna get left behind. So this has been a great experience so far.
Marc Barclay, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. And I'm Mabel Jong. Thanks for watching. More to come.